Hello, welcome back to pistols.com for the new 2007-2008 season. We're in Ledersalp and we are testing some Dynafit ski touring gear.
Yeah, that's right. We're testing Dynafit-Zzero boots and some 778 skis, both new products for this year.
Okay, David, so tell me about the boots, please.
This is one with a laced liner. I'll show you that later on. But it's a 4-buckle boot, as you can see. They're very good quality buckles. They work really well. They've got a lot of leverage, so you have no trouble getting them closed when it's icy. Very high quality. And you can see the key points here are a Powerstringer, which wraps under the foot and comes out this side, and that makes the whole top part of the boot very stiff. That's made of carbon fibre. On the other models, it's made of a slightly softer material. So this is a freeride or free rando category boot. And you have carbon on the cuff here, which also makes it very stiff at the forefoot. And it's certainly stiffer than my Scarpa Spirit 3s that I've been using for the last 2 seasons. As you see, Dynafit compatible with little notches. They're very easy to clip in and out with those notches from the bindings. And British Racing Green. Well, maybe. So I've been skiing around quite a bit today, and it's a good stiff boot. What Dynafit have done, they had some trouble with their aero range of boots. They weren't as good as were expected. So they hired a top designer, Signor Sato from Garment. As you know, Garment make fantastic boots, and these bear something of a resemblance to the Garment, but they're stiffer definitely than the Mega Ride, stiffer than the Scarpa Spirit 3s. Mr. Sato has got a lot of patents in boot design and boot technology, and in fact he's getting another patent for the switch, ski walk switch. It's maybe a little bit small, but it certainly works well for freeing the boot up and locking it solid. You can vary the lean on the boots as well, and it's got the usual Skywalk rubber sole. Supposed to be quite hard wearing. It's fairly large crampons on it, so it's good for walking in snowy conditions. What we have here is a new ZZero High MF boot. It's a traditional lace boot, but the difference is it actually tips the scales. It's very light. It tips the scales at 380 grams in size 27. Dynafit actually say 360, but that might be for a slightly smaller size. Key features, it's got a proper sole on it, so you can actually walk around, and this sole looks like it can be unglued and replaced, and it's quite grippy as well. Lacing at the front, there's a fleecy liner for warmth, and generally high quality construction. There's in the hard wearing areas, like round by the rivet holes, there's cordura, and it's got this heel lock system. Apparently that locks it into the back of the boot so you don't suffer from heel lift. So overall, there's been a bit of a trend we've noticed over the last couple of years, people going back to these lace-type boots from the thermo boots. And here the weight penalty is around about 200 grams, 100 grams per boot, 200 grams for a pair. So it's quite an interesting liner. And I certainly wore it. I wouldn't normally take a 27, I normally take a 26.5, so I wore it with some thick socks all weekend and was quite comfortable. I had no blisters or anything like that, so I think they've got a winner with this liner. I just wanted to do a quick comparison with the Scarpa Spirit 3 and the Dynafit-Zzero4 shells, and you can see here that the Spirit 3, which is also the same shell as the Spirit 4, the 4-buckle version of this boot, is a little bit higher around the cuff area, and also the inner boot's slightly higher as well. And just at the back of the boot, the back spoiler, it's the Dynafit is probably about ½ centimetre higher. So they're quite close in shell size, with the Scarpa just being slightly taller, about a couple of centimetres taller. So one useful thing for the Dynafits when touring is you have these catches. They used to be quite common on ski boots. So you can open the cuff right up and put the boot into walk mode, and you get a lot of forward lean, especially if you slacken off the power strap a little bit. So I'm curious as to how much extra stiffness the carbon stringer, Powerstringer, adds to the boot. This is the thing that I told you about up in the ski resort, this carbon strap that goes down the leg, wraps under the boot, and up the other side. So I'm doing a bit of skiing in my office. It's very unscientific, and I wanted to compare the Dynafit-Zzero4 with the Spirit 3. And So this is a very unscientific test. Just flexing forward, you've got the normal flex, and this little this tongue here will flex forward. It's actually designed to flex a certain amount. Obviously you need that for turn initiation, etc. Then powering further forward, I don't know if you can see this, I'll turn around in a second, but you can definitely flex the Zzero4.avi a lot further than you can flex the Dynafit. The Dynafit goes so far and then it stops. And same for side to side movement, it feels like a much stiffer boot. So you get a lot more flex on the Dynafit. Here the edge is biting in there. That leg you can really see on the Zzero4.avi it goes further forward. The Zzero4 is a slightly stiffer boot because it uses a thicker version of the same plastic. But I'd say this is, whilst maybe not being the same stiffness as a high grade 4-buckle alpine boot, is a good stiff boot for people who are looking for free rando, free ride type usage. It's definitely one I would consider. Certainly I've worn the boot all weekend, the comfort's there, solves a lot of the problems. So I'd say Dynafit is back with this boot, it's a good buy. So finally, the only thing I didn't particularly like on the Zzero4 is this little stop tab on the Velcro that stops you pulling the power strap right out of the boot. Getting into the boot slightly more complicated, and I mean you can obviously get it out, but it makes getting to the boots like that slightly more complicated because you have less room. And I also like pulling the Velcro straps out so I can clip them together for carrying purposes.